Hello Scrapper Names fans, how are we all? So I'm back. This video is for the Winter Wonderland YouTube hop. Don't pay attention to the dates. We did postpone it from last week to this week, so it is running from this Friday, so today the 22nd, through to next Friday the 29th of June. So hop along. So if you've not done these YouTube hops before, there's myself and several other lovely crafty ladies involved, which you'll see the links in my description box there, and you will hop. Basically you watch my video, then you click onto the next person's video, and basically you are literally just clicking and hopping along to all of our videos. You need to like and comment on each of the videos to go into the draw to win a super fabulous prize from our hop sponsor, which this round it is the lovely Kitaholic Kits. So yeah, jump on and spend your weekend hopping along on YouTube, crafting even along with us, but yeah, get some crafty inspo from some of us maybe. Alright, so I am scrapping a very recent photo of my daughter, who was all rugged up watching her big brother play his first game of footy a few weeks ago. I am using some basil marshmallow cardstock to do some wet mix media. I'm using some purple, I think it's fuchsia it's called, Color Blast, what's it called, mica powder. I think I showed you, we flashed it up there at the beginning. I've sprayed it with some water and just given a bit of mix around, and I did just use it with some packaging technique, which is basically just smushing it onto a clear piece of packaging, adding some water, and then just splattering it onto my page, which the mica powder one worked really well. I really like the effect it gave. And then I just used the navy of the Heidi Swap Colour Shine to do the same thing, and as you can see it gave a bit of a different sort of spluttering kind of effect, which I'm happy with the two different kind of effects, but as you can see it's two different effects. I didn't actually want that blue. I didn't realise I didn't have, for some reason I thought I had a Dilutions lighter coloured blue in my stash. When I opened my mixed media inks container I went, oh, and I was going to use an oxide one, and I thought, oh, maybe I'll go with something darker, and kind of hoped that it went really well. So it did, so I'm really happy with it. Now I'm using this paper. I'm going to do some layers behind my photo just to give it a bit of a bordering, just because of the colour in it is a bit light, between her jacket and the blue of the sky. I just wanted to give it a bit of bordering just to get it to come up off that white cardstock as well. I am using some of the pattern paper that came in a past Colour Blast. I'm part of the Colour Blast Kit Club. It came in that, so that's what you just saw me cut then. It was a zigzaggy piece that I'd used on a previous project, and I'd seen it sitting there in my stash and went, oh, I like the look of that. So you will see I use it as a bit of a border piece on the bottom of my basil marshmallow cardstock. So there I've got my layers. I don't sort of make you sit through watching me. I've done a piece of white tissue paper is what you saw me do, and then I go with that other cardstock you saw with that pinks and purples and the black around it. Not purple, sorry, pink and blue. Now that paper is a 7 Dot Studio, and I think it's called Northern Lights. I think the collection might be called, I think. Just a little tip type thing of what I did. I did dry between the two different types of inks there, between my packaging. So I did the purple layer first, and then I dried it, and then I did the blue. I did zap it a little bit, and then I just actually put the cardstock aside and let it just dry naturally while I did my paper layers and everything first. So I wasn't sort of wasting time. I kind of had to rush to do this layout because I did kind of forget about this YouTube hop, bad me. So I had to kind of quickly squeeze this in, which I'm actually really happy with how I got this layout, how quickly I got this layout together and how well it looks. I decided it needed another layer, just to really get the photo standing up off that page. I didn't want to add any more colour to the background. I thought it was busy enough, but there's still a lot of white of the cardstock. So I decided to go with it's actually the back of the original 7 Dot Studio paper I used. And because it's got the snowflakes on it, so I'm going obviously with our winter theme. So she's all dressed up with her scarf, well, my scarf, beanie, jacket, because it was quite cold. It's only a few weeks ago, and in Canberra now we've hit winter, and we have hit winter. We have already had snowfalls. We've got -4 temperatures, and it's only June. To me that seems pretty early for us, but yes. So I add another thicker border there with the layers, and then I'm really happy with that. I pop it up on some craft foam just to give it a bit of an extra oomph off the background and a bit of dimension to the page, and I'm really happy with now how that's sitting, the photo's sitting on my page. Now I'm going to start working around with some embellishing, and I kind of do this a little bit backwards. I found these stickers in my stash. I think they did also come from the Colour Blast kit from a few months back, but they've all got wintry kind of sayings on it, so I was like, this is awesome, you know, bonus. So I popped some of those on, and what I mean by I'm doing this backwards, usually I kind of go my title usually and then some big clusters, and I kind of didn't this time, I think because I was in a bit of a rush and I didn't have all my embellishments laid out as to, or any idea what embellishments I was even going to use. I literally was just grabbing some random things that I could see that matched the colours, that might have hinted at winter, because I was trying to keep with that wintry colour theme. So the blues and the purples and things matched not only the photo but my idea of winter, like that bluey colour, you know, the snowfalls and the blue skies with the snow and, you know, those sorts of things. Like I'm looking, well, not so much right now, being that I'm inside, but, you know, driving back today from dropping my son off, I'm driving down and the sky's blue and it's absolutely still -4 and outside, and I'm driving down, coming home and looking at the mountains and like the Brindabellas, and there's snow on it, you know. So that's just what I had in my head, like my vision when thinking about a winter themed kind of layout. So that's where my colours came from. So I just popped these little paper flowers, which I kind of I have a love for these flowers actually now. Originally I didn't, but I do like these flowers on layouts. And I do use glossy accents to stick these down because they really need a bit of extra adhesive to it. And then I add some little pearl white embellishment, what do you call them? Sparkly bits. Think of them. Like enamel dot type things, and then that just adds that little tiny cluster there. I don't make you watch me put my title down, and I just call it Winter Sparkle. I really wanted to use that sparkle up, that word, and I just thought it was perfect. I was going to go Winter Princess or something a bit girly like that, and then I saw that in my stash of stickers and went, oh, no, I love it, just because she's a bit of a winter sparkle in that photo, her cheeky little smile all rugged up. And I decided to do the title on that angle there. I was going to put it at the top, but the sparkle didn't look right. It was quite a big word to sit in a small space at the top there above the photo. And I guess that's what happens when you don't think about your title before you put your photo down. It's sort of, I mean, I could have put the photo over a little bit and put it across, you know, to the left-hand side or right-hand side of the photo, depending on where I put it. So I had to play around, and I kind of like that. It adds a little bit of just a different interest type visual element, I guess, to the page. And because the stickers are coloured, I just think it adds a bit of more pops of little colour as opposed to those purples and that darker colours of the splatters in the background. So yeah, I quite like the way that went. And then I just added those 3 little glitter foam stars as well, just to tie that blue in a bit more. As you can see, I've decorated a little bit, and instead of adding clusters, which I was going to add with that tag that says "You are lovely," I decided to be a little bit creative, I don't know. So instead of doing snowflakes, which is what I was going to aim for with some little circular patterns, I decided to imitate snowflakes as falling using those little die cuts there. So the XOXO circle, the little love heart, the little star that you can see on the left, and I do add a little bit more, a few more pieces there just to balance it out a little bit, as you'll see me do shortly after I add my journaling pieces here. But I just wanted to add, and that's why I add them from the top coming down, just to add that element, I guess that creative element of kind of like snowflakes falling, that winter theme. And I do pop them up on some little foam, double-sided foam tape, again just to give it an interest and dimension from that background, because it is such a stark white cardstock, the basil marshmallow. Then I think I'm just about done. I'm just going through these little stash of die cuts here just to see what else. I like the colours of them. It matches, actually, they end up matching really well with my background, and that was accidental completely. But then, yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for tuning in. Here's some close-ups. Just remember to like and comment and hop along to each of our videos to go in the draw to win a wonderful prize from the wonderful Kitaholic Kits. I will see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.